You're in the back of a rideshare, answering emails when the driver frowns at the dashboard. The music changes by itself, the air conditioning goes to max, and the navigation zooms across the city to somewhere neither of you picked. A second later, your smartwatch buzzes with a new device connected alert from your home Wi-Fi. Your car is online, your house is online, your body might be online. The question is, who else is? The Internet of Things, or IoT, is everything that's connected but not obviously a computer. Cars, cameras, doorbells, thermostats, smart speakers, baby monitors, TVs, fridges, lights, fitness trackers, medical implants, industrial sensors, factory machines. If it has an app, an IP address, or a QR code in the manual, congratulations, it's probably part of the IoT. Why does this matter for cybersecurity and reputation? Because a weak device is often the easiest way into a strong person. Imagine you're a founder who's locked down their laptop, uses a password manager, has two-factor authentication on everything, and keeps their phone up to date. Great, but in your office you also have a cheap smart camera you bought online 3 years ago. It still runs the default password, admin123. It talks to a cloud service nobody has looked at since the day you installed it. The vendor stopped shipping updates. To an attacker, that camera is a side door. They don't need to break your MacBook if they can quietly slide in through that insecure camera, pivot across your network, and start watching traffic. Or they might not care about you at all. They just want 1 million compromised devices to use as a botnet for denial of service attacks. Your office gear becomes part of the fire hose that knocks someone else off the internet. Now bring this down to 3 real worlds: your home, your business, and your body. At home, IoT hacks often look like weird glitches before they become headlines. A stranger speaking through a baby monitor, a doorbell that starts showing random faces, a smart TV installing unknown apps, a thermostat that changes settings at odd hours, a router with admin logs you never opened, full of connections from countries you've never visited. For a solo creator or freelancer working from home, that's not just creepy. Your home is also your studio, your office, your data center. If your security cameras are streaming to some random server, someone can clock when you're away. If your router is compromised, attackers can sniff traffic, inject ads, or direct you to fake login pages. A hacked device in your living room can lead to stolen accounts and, eventually, clients receiving scam messages in your name. In a business, the stakes get higher. Think about a small clinic with connected medical devices, or a logistics company with GPS-tracked trucks, or a cafe with smart tills and internet-enabled CCTV. A harmless camera break-in might expose customer faces, license plates, keyboard activity, or even internal dashboards visible in the background of a feed. That's privacy risk and potential regulatory pain. Then there's the body. Many people now rely on networked health devices, continuous glucose monitors, smartwatches with ECG functions, implanted cardiac devices that report data to remote clinics, Wi-Fi connected scales, and blood pressure monitors. Most of the time they work quietly and safely, but they are still computers on a network. You should not be trying to hack them yourself. You should be aware that they are part of your attack surface and treat the accounts and apps managing them with the same seriousness as your bank. So how do these things get hacked? Most IoT attacks are depressingly boring. There are a few repeat patterns, default or weak passwords that never get changed, admin interfaces exposed directly to the internet, outdated firmware full of known vulnerabilities, cheap cloud dashboards with sloppy access controls, devices talking unencrypted to services over the open internet, apps that grab too many permissions on your phone, vendors walking away from old products without telling anyone they're now unsupported. Attackers scan the internet constantly for open doors. They're not individually targeting your toaster. They're running automated tools that ask, who out there is running this brand of camera, this model of router, this kind of industrial controller with a known bug? When they find one, they drop in a payload and move on. On top of that, you have local risks. A malicious visitor in your office who can reach your network jack, a neighbor who guesses your Wi-Fi password and starts exploring, a staff member who installs a random smart plug they bought on sale and gives it full access to the internal network. From a reputation standpoint, the problem is timing and visibility. If your servers are hacked, you at least know you're dealing with the computer stuff. If your smart sign outside the office gets hacked and displays obscene content, or your shop cameras are live streamed, or your smart speaker starts randomly playing recorded conversations, that's instantly public and tied to your name. So, what can you actually do that doesn't require becoming a network engineer? The mindset shift is this: every connected device is a small server. Treat each one like something that could hold data and be abused, not just a gadget. When you bring a new device into your life or business, pause before you plug it in. Ask 3 questions. How critical is this? How much access does it really need? Who's responsible for keeping it updated? Criticality is about consequences. If this device fails or is compromised, what happens? Annoyance, embarrassment, safety risk, financial damage. For example, a hacked color-changing light bulb is annoying. A hacked office CCTV system is worse. A hacked access control panel is very serious. A hacked medical implant is life-critical and needs to be handled under the guidance of your healthcare provider, not DIY security tweaks. Access is about boundaries. Does your smart speaker need to talk to your internal business database? Probably not. Does your guest Wi-Fi need to be on the same network as your office storage and IP cameras? Definitely not. For many people, the simplest win is to have at least 2 networks, one for your core work devices, one for everything smart. Most home routers support a guest network. Use it for TVs, speakers, bulbs, plugs, and random gadgets so they can reach the internet but not your laptop's files. Responsibility is about maintenance. Devices don't secure themselves. Someone has to check for firmware updates, change default passwords, and notice when something starts misbehaving. In a small business, this might be a specific person or your outsourced IT. At home, that person is you. That doesn't mean daily tinkering. It means, for example, picking one day every quarter where you log into your router, your main camera, your main smart devices, and run updates. Let's talk about passwords and accounts for IoT, because this is where many people trip. Do not reuse the same simple password across devices. If an online account manages your cameras or car or medical device, treat it like an important account, unique password stored in a password manager, and 2-factor authentication if they offer it. If your baby monitor's cloud account gets hacked, someone can watch your home and maybe pivot into other systems. On the devices themselves, change default admin passwords during setup. If you see username, admin, password, admin in a manual, that's your cue. If the device doesn't let you change the default or has no password at all, that's a red flag about the vendor. For anything important, choose vendors that at least pretend to care about security. Now, logs and alerts. Most people never look at these, but they're your early warning system. Many routers and some IoT platforms let you see a list of connected devices, recent logins, and sometimes security alerts. Once in a while, maybe monthly, glance through them. Do you recognize every device on the network? Are there logins from places you don't live in? Are devices making connections at strange times? You don't need to understand every line, just be on the lookout for "what is that" moments. If a device or platform offers notifications for new logins, new connections, or configuration changes, turn them on, especially for things like your car account, your home alarm, your security cameras, and any device that can unlock a door or control something physical. Yes, you'll get occasional boring alerts, but you'll also get signal when someone else tries to take control. Now, what about when something weird happens? The camera moves on its own, the smart lock behaves oddly, or your car app tells you it was unlocked at 3 a.m. and you know you were asleep. That's when you start a very simple incident note. It can be in a secure notes app, a private document, whatever works for you. Write down the date and time, what you saw, which device, and any screenshots. If the device has logs you can export, save them. Don't obsess over details you don't understand, just capture them. Then take basic containment steps. Change the password on the associated account. Log out of all sessions if that's an option, and log back in only from a device you trust. Power cycle the device. Check for firmware or app updates and install them. If the device is obviously behaving badly, moving, turning on, accessing things by itself, unplug it or disconnect it from the network until you can get help or replace it. If the weird behavior involved anything safety critical, like a smart lock unlocking itself or a car reporting actions you didn't take, consider notifying the manufacturer's support team and, depending on severity, local authorities. Your incident notes become useful here. You have dates, times, and what you observed instead of a vague, "I think something strange happened." For medical devices, Do not make changes on your own that might affect how they work. If you suspect an issue with a connected device like a pacemaker monitor, insulin pump, or similar, contact your healthcare provider or the device manufacturer through their official channels. Your job is to notice and document, not to flash custom firmware onto life-critical equipment. From a reputation perspective, if you run a business and a hacked device affects customers, say your cameras streamed publicly, your EV chargers were abused, or your digital signage showed offensive content, handle it like a mini breach. Capture evidence, fix the technical issue, or isolate the affected device. Then communicate with affected people in clear, calm language. What happened, what you've done, and what they should do, if anything. Save the drama. Focus on transparency and steps. You live in a world where your car, your toaster, and yes, sometimes your pacemaker, are tiny computers with internet connections. You can't roll that back. What you can do is stop treating them as toys and start treating them as part of your security and reputation story. You can choose which devices you really need to be smart and which can stay dumb. You can separate your work devices from your gadgets on the network. You can change default passwords, use app-based two-factor for critical device accounts, and check for updates a few times a year. You can pay attention to logs and alerts instead of swiping them away. You can keep a simple incident note when something odd happens, so you're not starting from zero if you need to escalate. Most importantly, you can talk about this calmly with the people around you, in your family, in your team, with your clients. Make "this thing is online, what does that mean?" a normal question, not a niche hobby.